Hello, dear students. Welcome to our English class. Today, let us read the lesson The Orange Butterfly, Part 1. Wow! Look at these beautiful and colorful butterflies. They are in different colors and have different patterns. Students, you all have seen butterflies, isn't it? What do? They fly from one flower to another to collect nectar. Students, nectar is the sugary fluid produced within the flowers. Now, let us read a beautiful story of Jiggy, a beautiful orange butterfly. Let us start to read the lesson. Jiggy is an orange butterfly. She flies from one flower to another in the garden. So, Jiggy is an orange butterfly and she used to fly from one flower to another in the garden. One day, she hears the white lily say to the red rose, "The butterflies that come from another garden are so colorful. They have so many patterns too," adds the rose. Students, so one day when Jiggy was flying from one flower to another in the garden, she heard the white lily telling something to the rose. Students, have you seen a lily? Lily is a flower plant which has tall and thin stem. Usually there are different kinds and different colors of lily. In this story we are talking about a white lily flower. So, white lily was telling the red rose that the butterflies that come from the other garden were very colorful. The rose also said that the butterflies from the other garden have different patterns. Now, students, patterns means different designs that are repeated. So, the other butterflies were very colorful and had different patterns. Jiggy looks at herself. She is a plain orange butterfly with no patterns. "I must see these butterflies," she thinks to herself. Now, when Jiggy heard the lily telling Rose about the colorful butterflies and their patterns in the other garden, Jiggy looks at herself. She was a plain butterfly, isn't it? She had no patterns on her body. So, she decides herself to go to the other garden to see those colorful butterflies who had different patterns. The next morning, Jiggy hugs her parents and sets off for the other garden. On the way, she asks the flowers, "Where is the other garden?" "It is close to the lake," answers the wise sunflower. Students, now Jiggy decides to go to the other garden to see those colorful butterflies with different patterns. So, what she does is, the next morning, Jiggy tells her parents that she is going to visit the other garden. She hugs her parents, says bye to them, and sets off to the other garden. Students, to set off means to start. So, Jiggy started her journey to the other garden. Jiggy decided to visit the other garden, but she did not know where the other garden was. So, she asked the flowers in the garden about it. A wise sunflower tells Jiggy that the other garden is near the lake. Students, what is the meaning of wise? Wise is someone who is clever and knows what is good and what is right. So, sunflower was wise and it guided Jiggy about the other garden. Jiggy flies for many hours. On the way, she crosses tall trees and big houses. She finally sees a big lake. As she goes closer, Jiggy sees the garden with butterflies. Now, Jiggy started her journey to, to the other garden. It was a very long journey. Jiggy flew for many hours. On the way, she crossed tall trees and big houses, and finally, she sees a big lake. Jiggy goes close to the lake, and there she found a garden with butterflies. Okay, dear students, what does Jiggy do in the other garden? Let us find out this in our next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.